The News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Balikatan, the most prominent joint annual exercises between the armed forces of the Philippines and the U.S. officially began today. To give us the latest on the ground, we have Marty Bautista on the line. She's reporting it to us straight from Camp Aguinaldo. Good morning, Marty. This year's Balikatan is said to be the largest ever. Do we know how many participants there are exactly?
Good morning to you there, Charles, and you got that right. We're looking at about 9,000 Filipino and American soldiers, so that's exactly 3,800 armed forces of the Philippines, AFP, and 5,100 soldiers coming from the United States.
Right. Marty, could you tell us how the exercises kicked off this morning?
Well, Charles, we can recall that 2020's joint drills got canceled due to the pandemic, and last year we were only looking at about 1,000 participants for 2021. So, of course, this morning everybody was so excited for the largest ever Balikatan exercises. We kicked it off with a brief, and if you could hear a bit of background noise behind me, the Q&A is actually still ongoing.
Right, Marty, this is rather timely given what's going on over in Ukraine, between Russia and Ukraine. Could you tell us what is the focus of this year's joint drills?
Well, Charles, over here, they wanted to focus on the ability for the PH and U.S. forces to plan, command, communicate in a simulated environment. So they're focusing on maritime security, amphibious operations, live fire training, urban operations, aviation operations, counterterrorism, of course, and humanitarian assistance and disaster relief.
Right, Marty, how about the humanitarian and civil aspects of these exercises? What do they intend to cover for this year?
For that, Charles, they're actually planning to renovate about 4 elementary schools, added with community health engagements, and of course, they're going to tackle emergency and rescue life-saving techniques. Charles?
Yeah, thank you for those updates, Marty. That was Marty Bautista reporting from Camp Aguinaldo in Quezon City. Presidential candidate Bongbong Marcos continues his week-long campaign in Soxargen. Today, the Marcos Duterte tandem will be visiting North Cotabato, Maguindanao, and Sultan Kudarat. Maguindanao is among the provinces where Marcos Jr. requested a recount of votes in his electoral protest. Yesterday, the Unity visited General Santos City, the hometown of Marcos's rival, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Marcos Jr. was also able to meet incumbent Mayor Ronel Rivera, and on Sunday, Marcos also headed to Polomoc and Coronadal, together with presidential son and Davao City Vice Mayor Baste Duterte. Baste says he's hoping that his father will endorse Marcos Jr. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Long lines continue to greet passengers over at the MRT as the government's month-long Libreng Sakay initiative starts today. Giving us the latest on this is Mon Gualvez. He's reporting live from North Avenue Station. Good morning, Mon. Tell us what you're seeing.
Charles, that's right. Passengers of MRT3 will get to enjoy this free ride for more than a month starting today until April 30. The Department of Transportation and the MRT3 management conducts this free ride initiative to mark the completion of the train line's rehabilitation. Aside from improvements in the tracks up to the OCS power of the train, one added feature here is the launch of the 4-car train, an upgrade from the previous trains that usually have only 3 cars. At the moment, 21 trains are operational, 2 of which have 4 cars. With this, definitely more passengers can now be serviced by the MRT3. From the previous 250,000 passengers, MRT3 could now cater to more than 300,000 passengers daily. The agency says the newly rehabilitated trains can now handle this increased capacity. The MRT3 is also back to running 60 kilometers per hour with an average of 4 minutes headway or interval per train arrival. MRT3 General Manager Michael Capati says that just for the month of January, the MRT earned 2.7 million pesos in total revenue. Capati is confident that giving free ride for a month will not hurt their income as they will get the same amount in funds under the General Appropriations Act. He also assures the public that after the 1 month plus free ride, there will not be any fare hikes at the MRT. Charles, MRT3 system for free rides is automated, meaning passengers who have beep cards or stored value cards can go directly inside using these. And there won't be any deductions in the amount stored in the card. Riders who don't have beep cards or stored value cards still have to go to the ticket office to get their single journey tickets before riding the train. Free rides can be availed from 4:40 a.m. up to 10:16 p.m. or the whole stretch of the operational hours of MRT in all the stations of the said train. Charles.
Thanks for those updates, Mon. That was Mon Gualvez reporting live from the MRT North Avenue Station. Vice President Leni Robredo and her running mate Kiko Pangilinan will be campaigning in Eastern Visayas for the next 3 days. Ryan Ann has the details.
The Robredo-Pangilinan tandem started their week by wooing voters in Eastern Visayas. The tandem will visit the region for 3 days. They started it early this morning by visiting the Bishop's Palace in Calbayog and paying a courtesy call to few local officials at the Calbayog City Hall. Aside from the People's Rally here in Calbayog, the tandem and members of their Senate slate will also attend a rally in Catbalogan City. VP Leni will also have a community visit to Angat Buhay Carabao dispersal beneficiaries in Gandara, Samar. She will have a dialogue with members of the Gandara Quezon Producers Association. They will come a day off with a grand rally at the University of Eastern Philippines in Catarman, Northern Samar. Last March 15, Northern Samar Governor Edwin Chuan endorsed the candidacy of VP Leni, and day after Eastern Samar Governor Bene Bardone endorsed Robredo for president. Just like recent grand rallies, volunteer artists are scheduled to perform and thousands of supporters are expected to attend. The tandem is scheduled to visit other parts of Samar, Leyte and Biliran in the next 2 days. For News 5, Ryan Ang, we are One News.
The campaign team of Manila Mayor Isko Moreno is now in Misamis Oriental. To give us the latest, we have Romel Lopez joining us on the line from Gingoog City. Romel, good morning. What's the situation looking like there so far?
Yes, Charles, team is landed here in Gingoog City for the Northern Mindanao leg of their campaign. Moreno promised to improve infrastructure projects in the area to maximize its agricultural potential. He also promised better electricity and potable water supply for Mindanaoans. Mayor Isko also vows to support all programs that will aim to maintain peace and order in the island, even if it means having to talk to terrorist groups. Yesterday, the incumbent Manila Mayor also could not dodge the question about the alleged sale of the Divisoria market, but Moreno blames former Mayor Mel Lopez for the current state of Divisoria after he entered into a lease agreement with vendors. Mayor Isko also said that he does not regret the decision to sell the Visoria market, since the 1.4 billion pesos that the LGU earned from the supposed transaction was used for the city's COVID-19 response, like food and medical supplies. Charles Mayor Isko Moreno said that the Visoria market is an underperforming asset, and if given a chance to become president, he implied that he is willing to sell more underperforming assets to fund projects that will help the Filipino people. Charles?
Thanks for that, and do stay safe. That was Romel Lopez reporting from Gingoog City in Misamis Oriental. The Meralco Bolts and the NLEX Road Warriors scored big wins in Day 3 of the PBA Governors Cup semifinals yesterday. From a tied series, Meralco fought tooth and nail to gain the advantage against the Magnolia Hotshots. Now with a 2-1 standing, Meralco will have a chance to close out the series on Wednesday.
You know, this is like a turning point for both teams at this point, and we just thought this was a very pivotal game for us in this series, and if we could win the game, it gives us a much better chance of making it to the championship.
In Game 2, NLEX pulled out a close 86-85 win against Barangay Ginebra to avoid a sweep from the defending champions. Now NLEX will have a chance to level the series in Game 4.
Actually, sabi ko lang sa mga players namin, let's just save ourselves the embarrassment of being swept. Siguro isang panalo, hindi na tayo masyado nakakahiya. Pero sabi ko rin, pagka nanalo tayo, baka mamaya mag-iba yung complexion ng series. Magka-chance ulit tayo. And they proved that we can beat Ginebra.
Time now for a quick look at some of today's headlines. Industry projections show petroleum prices are again set to increase this week. The month-long free rides program in MRT3 begins today. And President Duterte is celebrating his 77th birthday today. And those are the top stories of this hour. Do join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.